Imagine waking up so hungry, your stomach feels like a growling monster demanding to be fed. That's exactly what happened to Maya on the day everything changed. She stumbled into the kitchen early that morning, eyes half open, and found her mom rushing from the stove to the counter, arms loaded with ingredients. "Mom, I'm starving," Maya said, her voice cracking. "I ate dinner last night, but now I feel like I haven't eaten in days." Her mom nodded anxiously. "It's happening to all of us, honey. The news says our metabolism skyrocketed overnight. We're all burning 10 times more calories." All around the city, people scrambled for food. Cafes and grocery stores opened hours earlier than usual. Lines wound around blocks, with families clutching empty shopping bags in the hopes of filling them with enough to last the day. Missing breakfast wasn't just inconvenient anymore, it left you dizzy and weak. At school, Maya met her friend Jamal, who was already munching on his third protein bar of the morning. "At least the cafeteria is open all day now," Jamal said, stifling a yawn. "They hired 5 more cooks, too. My backpack is basically a snack pack on steroids." Maya nodded as they headed inside. Instead of the usual clatter of trays at lunchtime, the cafeteria buzzed constantly from dawn to dusk. Students and teachers alike cycled through in waves, piling their plates high with sandwiches and fruit, while posters on the walls boasted new power bricks available in vending machines. Jamal pointed out one of the posters, flashing a grin. "Check it out," he said. "One bar is supposed to have enough vitamins for an entire day. If you're still living in the old days, that is." Outside the school, not everyone had it so easy. Lines at food banks grew longer with each passing week. On the news, Professor Chen warned about the relentless expansion of farmland. "We're cutting down forests to plant crops that yield more calories," she said. "Rivers are drying up. The environmental damage is severe." Maya saw evidence of this change on her way home. Where a small park once stood, tractors now dug rows for a new high-yield grain. High-rise greenhouses sprouted downtown like futuristic towers of green. At dinner, Maya's father revealed he'd lost his construction job. "They're automating to cut costs," he said with a tired sigh, staring at his overflowing plate of pasta. "Human workers need too many meal breaks." Worry settled over their household until her mother had an idea. "You know how you used to grow tomatoes in buckets? Let's convert our backyard into a garden." They threw themselves into the project, rigging vertical planters along the fences, planting hardy, high-calorie vegetables, and learning how to compost kitchen scraps to save on fertilizer. Soon, neighbors started stopping by. Some brought seeds from their own gardens, while others offered to help build a shared greenhouse. When Mrs. Patel from next door suggested expanding their efforts to the empty lot by the community center, the entire block rallied behind the idea. Within weeks, they had a cooperative farm that provided fresh produce for everyone. Families gathered at the community center for shared meals, sampling each other's cultural dishes adapted for this new, hungry reality. Even though times were tough, there was a new sense of unity. People traded recipes and gardening tips. Children ran between rows of cabbage and carrots, and parents formed carpool groups to collect supplies from nearby farms. At night, the aroma of cooking drifted through open windows, mingling with the buzz of voices discussing the day's harvest or the latest news broadcast. Maya felt the tension slowly lift in her house. One evening, as the family sat on their rooftop surrounded by pots of herbs and tomatoes, she turned to her mom. "It's still hard, but it's almost like we're finding something we lost. Community, maybe?" Her mother nodded, the lines of worry around her eyes easing. "It's a struggle," she agreed, "but we're adapting. That's what humans do best." Beyond the rooftop, bright green gardens spread across neighboring buildings, each one a testament to the neighborhood's resilience. Though hunger still pressed on them like an ever-present shadow, every new seed planted felt like hope for tomorrow. If they could learn to feed themselves without destroying the world they relied on, then perhaps this constant hunger would bring everyone closer, one shared meal at a time.